Oh shit. Is it working? I don't even know. Seems like it's working. Let's see. Someone will tell me whether it's working or not. At some point, somebody will tell me when. Huh? What view button?
Oh, look at you. Hair and makeup. Hair and makeup.
My hair looked bad.
Oh.
What are you talking about? The view button? What view button?
The mute.
Oh, mute. Mute what?
I was trying to mute Rachel Maddow.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I did that thing where...
Oh, there's somebody's in the chat, dude. I think it's working. Is this working?
Are you trying to stream on Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
What the...
Can you hear me?
Are you on Twitch?
Yeah. Oh, they can hear me. Wow. I better get party pretty. Ha ha ha. They can hear you too, so shut up. Oh, not you.
Oh, you won't say that to Laura, you said that to me?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Because you always say, I don't want to be on there.
Well, Star is born.
Oh. All right. Well, that's it. Yeah, Putter's still alive, but it might not be looking good. He might have cancer, so we'll see. Right now, he has a giant lump on his butt, and he basically is like a Kardashian or something. Yo, Lyman Poker here. Lyman Party's here. WFKS is here. JD Fred 44 is here. D22 Sosa Wayne Chang in the house. Lyman Party says, I heard you're starting the 5-5-10 back up the conference. Yeah, that's why I decided to do a little stream. Maybe talk about that. I really should, though. I really should get calls coming in, though. Massam says, go away, Wayne. Wow. There's already controversy. I don't know who Massam is, but maybe we have to hear about why Massam and Wayne have an issue. I can't imagine anybody having an issue with Wayne. I mean, it's fucking Wayne, dude. Having an issue with Wayne is like having an issue with the color gray or something. I don't know. What on earth could ever make anyone have an issue with Wayne? So what I should do here? Okay, well, let me take some calls and we'll see how this works. You guys want to see how this works? Somebody help me with this. One of you guys help me with this, okay? No, I'm gonna call my phone. Okay, so dial 323-533-1311 to be on the show. Okay, we're gonna see how this works. 323-533-1311. I'll put it in there. 323-533-1311. Rich Soul here. Cyrus here.
Hi, Cyrus.
Kim says hi, Cyrus. Cyrus is like king fucking investor, so maybe we'll talk to Cyrus tonight. 323-533-1311. I'm just trying to see if it works. You don't have to talk to me if you don't want. I'm trying to figure out if my phone works here. Okay, here, I'm going to answer. Hello. Hey, who's this? Well, all they said was, hey. My phone worked, I guess. But they didn't really talk at all, so what am I going to do? Somebody else try. Rich Soul says, you've been out of Twitch for a while. Cyrus says hi, Kim, with some really gay ass, I'm not supposed to say that, but I don't know, it's some sort of what's that called? Asian emoji? it's like, I don't know what to call it. Okay, here comes Cyrus. Okay, let's go. Hello?
Hi, David.
Yeah, Cyrus, what's up?
Not much. Good to see you on.
Now, what part of it... Okay, I think this thing's working then. Okay. People tell me if you can... Okay, people tell me if you can hear Cyrus.
Hello?
I don't know what part of my phone is the part that makes the noise. Oh, that's the part. Okay. Now, do I need to mute? I think I need to mute this. Okay, it's muted.
There we go. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, what part of what?
Where do you think the speaker, where do you think the microphone is that picks things up on an Apple? I'll put this thing next to it, but I don't know where it is.
I mean, it's on the keyboard somewhere.
Well, but I mean, where do you think the actual microphone is on a Apple laptop?
God, I feel dumb right now.
Oh, I'm way. Hey, Cyrus. No matter how dumb you feel, I'm dumber. I'm definitely dumber. I'm the dumbest. Okay, they tell me it's working, so what the fuck? No matter what anyone says, I'm the dumbest person on this chat. Okay, well...
It's like near the hinge. It's near the hinge.
In the middle, or on the right, or on the left?
I guess it depends on your model, but it's probably on the left.
Okay, I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move this thing left. I had it on the right. Okay. We'll just call that it.
Yeah.
All right. So I think everybody can hear you now.
Sweet.
So what's up, Wall Street Bets baller, $1 billion man? I guess maybe you've been I know that you crushed the one, but did you crush the next one, the AMC theaters?
I did not. AMC was the second one that was really hot back then,
right?
Around January,
right?
And that was pretty much the only one that I didn't get in. I was in Cinemark,
right?
Which I basically I didn't make big bank on it. I just was up 20% and sold it for a small win. Right. I was up with I played all the other ones that had been trending, and basically it was like a stock. Not a stock machine. It was like a slot machine that was just broken. It was just printing money.
Paying.
like anything that they mention in a due diligence, what they would call it, and some of it was like valid, some of it wasn't, but it just generated so much buzz,
right,
that it like rocketed 100% of the time for 6 months. It was like a cheat code for that time, and then after that after the GameStop hype the first time, it kind of dried up a bit. Like everyone was just saying, X stock is going to the moon and whatever.
right.
Sometimes it stopped being useful. But before, you can kind of like dig through the dirt a little bit and get some good ones. But yeah, it was okay. It's kind of funny. It's like after that happened, I'm like, all right, I'm done with the meme stocks. I'm gonna go and buy some blue chips, and like I just kind of I got like my moderately crushed with Amazon, although it's back now.
Dude, don't even think of don't turn.
It's like 3 months. It's like 3 months. It's
Amazon is like such a fucking no-brainer home run. Don't even worry about fucking Amazon. Jimmy Bluffett's here. Massam is still here. I like the fact. You know what I like about Wayne? The guy comes on. The guy Massam comes on and says like Wayne's like shit or whatever, right? And Wayne could ban him if he wanted. Wayne did not ban him. Wayne is just like the nicest guy in poker. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah, absolutely. He's one of the good ones for sure. Honest, hardworking.
Yeah.
Good sense of humor.
Yeah. Well, that might be going a bit far.
Yeah. A good sense of humor. I didn't say he was funny.
So tell the audience. Massam is Miguel. Okay, well, of course, Miguel. Of course. So like, hey Miguel, how you doing? When you were like doing the Wall Street Bets thing, you were trading options, right?
Yeah.
So how did you trade options based on what you read on Wall Street Bets?
A lot of it at the beginning, especially, is just like diving right into it and seeing kind of what works. Like at the beginning, the options advice that they give you is basically garbage.
Right.
So like at first, so I was like kind of, I turned around like 18 at the worst of the first financial crisis, like the 2008 recession, all that.
Right.
So that was like just a huge, huge opportunity. Like I invested a little bit then and just, did really well. But since then I've been thinking, all right, the next cycle, the next time it happens, like I just definitely don't want to miss it. So when the corona hit, I'm just like, okay, I see these people, putting money in and making a lot of money and whatever. And like, is there anything there? Or should I just like try to pile in normal stuff?
Right.
Because I'd heard about options before. But on Wall Street Bets, they take these like super, super risky lines,
right,
which are basically like weekly or really like daily options. They expire within a very short period of time.
Right.
So the risk, not even the risk is just massive.
Yeah.
Basically, like get multiples of your money back or lose it all.
They're basically doing the same thing that people do on the crypto exchanges. They're trading with massive leverage on something that's extremely volatile, and it's sort of crazy, right?
Yeah, but with this one, like how much time you have left, and
right,
like the decay, kind of like how quickly it would go down if the stock price doesn't change.
Right.
But so it's just like it's on steroids, basically. So their favorite. There's some pretty funny videos on like how this like went horribly wrong and how people just like made so much money. Like either way, it's just really, really funny. But their favored method is just like taking these really risky short-term options and either like going to the moon or going broke to your next paycheck. There's actually and like far out of the money stuff that has no hope of ever hitting, but then maybe maybe it goes up and they rake some money in. But there's actual viable strategies. Like you can just get them further out. You can get them in the money. So it's kind of like getting a stock.
Right.
It's riskier, but the reward is higher. So like if you like say there's a company that you like.
Right.
And you think that it's going to be good long term.
Right.
Like say Apple or Amazon or whatever.
Right.
Or Tesla.
Right.
I mean, one is not like Google, something like this. You can get an option from like a month from now, 6 months from now, a year or 2 years from now, and it's safer. It's still, but the risk reward is better.
Right.
So there's still like a time limit. If things go down, if the price goes down, you'll lose a lot more. You'll lose. If it goes down 10%, say you'll lose 20%. But if it goes up 10%, you might get 20, 25, 30% or even more.
Right.
So it's just, and there's other ways that you can get cash up front by like buying an option, selling an option. There's all kinds of ways to go about it, and it's a lot more interesting than just buying vanilla kind of shares.
So like Wall Street Bets, just based, I mean, I lurked around there a little bit, and based on your suggestion, and it's funny, and there's funny stuff going on. And if you're a guy who like is really ensconced in that culture, there's probably money to be made too. Even though I think something that I said a long time ago has sort of borne out, like what the Wall Street Bets people think they're doing isn't really what they're actually doing. Like there's giant players in that pool who are just pretending to be like a dork on Wall Street Bets. And then they're moving like $1 billion in and out of these trades. But the thing I haven't noticed in my lurking, and I'm not an expert by any means, is they haven't like decided to like just smash short anything yet, have they? Not that it's not a team. I understand it's not a team. It's a group of individuals. But the hive mind hasn't decided to smash short anything.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Wouldn't that be funny, though?
I mean, once in a while, you hear these like really, really random stories that are just like, who the fuck thought of this? And you can't help but enjoy it. Like, I liked how when people were on tilt on Live at the Bike, you'd say, "Oh, they're out of their gourd."
Right.
There was a dude on a Wall Street Bets who bought did he go short or long on gourds, like actual gourds?
Actual gourds.
Actual gourds. Like, and he had this like long due diligence on like these decorative like squash and from Argentina, and how like the yield was going to be this or that because of El Nino, or he ended up like losing, I don't know how, like 5-6 figures. It was just like the most insane story, like it usually is. Yeah.
So,
actual gourds.
But like basically the formula of the Wall Street Bets hive mind is like you find the most shorted stock, everybody goes long at the same time, either through just like buying it or more likely through options, and you create a short squeeze, a gamma squeeze, and so you get a huge multiple on your money. That's basically been the secret sauce, right?
Lately, yeah. This year, yeah. But I think the original formula is just like buying what you like, buying stocks that you like. If there's a company that you use or something that is just kind of like, I don't know, in vogue, like a gaming stock, like an electronic stock, like a fast food stock, whatever, something that's memeable.
Right.
They would just, try to make a meme out of it and get people to join in for the lulls. And maybe it pops 5-10%, whatever, and then people make multiples off the options, yeah.
Here's my suggestion. I got a suggestion for you, Cyrus. Here's my suggestion.
Okay.
You convince Wall Street Bets to do a short squeeze. Not where they are actually to do a long squeeze. I mean, they've never done a long squeeze. The hive mind's never done a long squeeze in the history of long squeezes, right? So it would be very hard to do. You'd have to choose an equity that 100% of the street believes you should never be short under any circumstances, and that has been languishing. Okay, so I have it, and this would end up hurting me. So I'm obviously not trying to help myself in any way, shape, or form. I think you should try to convince Cyrus Nemani should try to convince the Wall Street Bets hive mind to all short Berkshire Hathaway at the same time. And see if you could get it to tank. Wouldn't that be the most epic thing in the history of the world?
I mean, the most epic failure? What is the market cap of that?
That's true, the market cap's too big. But those guys think they're important. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're right. The market cap's too big. Okay.
$630 billion? Like, nah.
But you see where I'm going here. What?
Yeah. Okay. So the thing that you said is 100% of Wall Street thinks that you should not short this stock.
Yes.
Anything that 100% of Wall Street thinks you shouldn't short is just like too big, right? I mean, it's one thing to get in on these like small companies, distressed companies, whatever,
right? Yeah,
and like pump it and dump it, and that
right.
I think, that was kind of something that had been going on before my time. Like just being in the Wall Street Bets Discord, you get these random solicitations for these crypto pump and dumps.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure that they're doing it. I'm sure that they're like trying it, but it's not. It's with penny stocks.
Right.
I think that's like a fairly vibrant community as well, but I'm not like really following it. I mean, people are definitely thinking about this. Sure.
There's got to be some like. Let me think for a second. I mean, obviously, Berkshire would be so insanely epic. Like it would just be on CNBC and Fox Business 24/7 if like there were like 50 billion in Berkshire shares happening like the same day. But I mean, obviously, Wall Street Bets doesn't move that kind of money. What could it be? What's something that let's try to brainstorm. Hey, chat, help us out. Let's try to brainstorm. What is something that Wall Street universally loves that's small enough that a massive long squeeze could cause a panic? Would it be like, what would it be?
General Electric?
No, General Electric would have been, well, General Electric shorted though, has probably a large, I don't know what the short position is on General Electric, but it's got to be like 18%. It's got to be big, right?
Yeah.
So many people, I've owned General Electric for a long time, and it's gangbusters right now. I'm up a big fucking number on General Electric, but even...
I Googled it, it says 1%, which seems pretty low. Oh, no, there's different numbers. Like one says 15, one says 1.
It's closer to...
Which one is correct.
I'll guess it's closer to 15 than 1.
Yeah.
Because General Electric has been a Wall Street dog for a very long time, because of their fucking stupid GE finance. But I mean, I own a lot of General Electric again, so like, it's not to my benefit. I mean, it would end up hurting me if it worked a lot. I'd be fucking pissed. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm trying to fucking throw out some ideas. Jimmy Buffett says Walmart. Jimmy Buffett, Walmart. I said a smaller market cap. What has a bigger market cap than Walmart, Buffett? It's like Walmart. Hey, why don't you say Apple?
You know, if there was like a competitor to a meme company, like you say, oh, sir, this is a Wendy's.
Right.
Something like that. Like if, I don't know, Sonic or something comes and tries to like eat, like drink Wendy's milkshake or whatever.
Right.
Everyone could just be like, fuck Sonic at the same time.
Right. So like everybody would have to short a the thing is though, there is no competitor to GameStop because it's a shit company. It's going out of business. There's no competitor to AMC because it's same fucking problem, you know? I mean there are competitors, but I mean
yeah, they're all in trouble. They're gonna consolidate or
what do like the only like I'm thinking like I watch CNBC obviously fucking all morning every fucking day and watch all Tom Lee and all the other goofballs on there give their fucking takes and I try to like
but here's the other thing though, like just like a poker tournament, like the blinds are always going up and just generally as time passes you expect the general stock market to go up. Most companies will go up.
Right.
It's a lot harder to bet against that.
Right.
Broadly, so then just go with the flow, you know. So I think the money is more easily made by picking a smallish company, sticking to the formula until somebody like Luckbox is a new thing.
Well, everybody loves the formula because the formula is tried and true. The thing is that the formula, if done by Goldman Sachs or Jamie Dimon or something, the formula is illegal. The reason they love the formula is because they're allowed to say hive mind. Meanwhile, nobody knows actually how much Wall Street Bets trades. It might, even with the hive mind all running in the exact same direction, nobody knows how much it trades. And if you're allowed to piggyback on that as, like the London Whale, if you're like the London Whale, you know who the London Whale guy was?
No.
Okay, so all of these like Goldman Sachs and all the big trading houses, they have people who are allowed to trade unmitigated, right? So these guys there's like very few of them. One of them was called the London Whale. I'm surprised you don't know, but then like you should Google the London Whale. So like, and a good example of this recently is the guy who completely obliterated Viacom, right?
Okay.
It'll be like one fucking guy who obliterates like.
I did see. Yeah. I know who this is. Okay.
So when like the SEC goes through all their fucking shit investigating, they'll realize like, oh, that was a guy who Goldman Sachs, or one of these giant trading houses was allowing unmitigated access to funds because they trust him so much, right? It sounds strange, but the trading of the finance world just sort of works that way. Like there's certain people who are considered absolute untouchable gurus. Like it's almost sort of like that movie TV show Billions. Like there are these very few people who are allowed to move around insane amounts of money unchecked, right? I was going somewhere with this. Oh, here's where I'm going with this. So, if you're Goldman Sachs, or one of the other giant houses, you aren't allowed to open short positions to try to destroy one of your competitors, to try to create a gamma squeeze. It's illegal. But if you're like the London Whale and you just see that like, 2,000 kids right fucking now are going to go through their dumbass fucking Robinhood account, which they didn't trade the actual stocks because they're fucking morons. If 2,000 kids or even some adults who are going to like go long right now on Bed Bath & Beyond, they're not going to buy the bed, they're not going to buy the bath, they're going to buy the Beyond. Then why not one of these whales, these guys who are allowed to trade billions without any fucking person asking what they're doing, like the guy who fucking destroyed Viacom, they'll just tag along. It's like a dream scenario, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm the London whale, or if I'm that goofball who destroyed Viacom, can't remember his name. He didn't destroy Viacom. He caused Viacom shares to like fucking hit a 10-bagger and then fucking drop all the way back, or like maybe more like a 5-bagger, and then drop all the way back down to like where they were 2 or 3 years prior. If I'm one of those guys and I see like 2,000 or 3,000 people trading Bed Bath & Beyond at the same time, I just fucking tag along.
Yeah, I think one way that it can be weaponized is by like if two of these like big players, you know, they have dirt on each other and they can just like, there's already kind of a lot of like conspiracy theories going around there about like, you know, liquidity and leverage and all these things that are going, you know, under the table and can't be proven. If one of these players has like a vendetta against another one, and you know, they can plant some seeds and hope that something grows out of it. You know, that would be the big brain play. I think if done effectively, because there's a lot of potential for moving certain, like if you know that someone's like balls are going to be in a vice because they have to big short position or whatever,
right?
You can exploit that. Why wouldn't you do that?
That's like one of my friends. I'm not going to say his name. It's probably too embarrassing for him. He takes out these like leveraged fucking short positions. Sometimes on stocks through options trade, not through options, but like just straight fucking open short positions. And then he does it like a crypto. If you do it through options, then you know your downside. But if you just take a straight open short position, you just get liquidated, right? He just got fucking smash liquidated recently, and he's like, well, you know, I put in the position and I felt really confident about it, and then I went to bed. I'm like, you can't fucking go to bed when you have a leveraged short position. Are you fucking insane? How do you go to bed? If you go to bed, it could all be gone. There's nothing. There's no end to the upside. Like the upside is fucking GameStop going from $4 to $300. There's no possible way that any fucking human in the history of the universe can fucking fade that. You know, why would anyone ever go to sleep on a fucking open short position?
Yeah, I saw some funny stories from Wall Street bets before. Similar stuff. They go to bed thinking that they're going to be millionaires, whatever, and their life is going to change, and then
right.
Just, they're down 500,000%.
I guess if you're just fucking around with your stimmy check, it doesn't really matter. But I mean, when you're talking to, but this was real money. This is money this guy needed to live on. Oh my god, the fucking guy.
Parkland 2015 in the chat is saying check out the uranium sector. I actually have checked it out because like all the green initiatives and stuff, they have to be like they're in for carbon free. There's new uranium plants being planned. It's like a very stable kind of like thing that they can forecast for demand. Yeah.
Well, you were also the rhodium guy. Did you ever get into that rhodium money?
That was kind of like just a joke,
right?
have to have a lot of rhodium just like as a necessity because that's what they use to plate white gold.
Right.
A lot of like basically all jewelers have to have a decent amount of it, like physical, for like jewelry purposes. But yeah, it went from like it's very very volatile. Every like 5 to 10 years, it goes from like 500 to 20,000 for whatever reason. Like the spot price is just like can be insane. massive fluctuation. Same thing with platinum to a certain extent, but like not as much since the financial crisis. It's all been about gold.
So no
one really trades rhodium. No one really. I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah, how would you even trade rhodium? I have no clue.
I mean, probably on paper, like some places, but it's just like so low volume.
Right.
Like, really, it has industrial use. It has like jewelry use, and that's about it. But we just have to not upcharge, but raise prices for certain things, and it just gets filtered down the line. It was a joke.
Right. No, but it was a joke. But like, you like actually were tracking something that like could have been a really big deal. I don't know how, but you could have made it a big deal somehow. I mean,
well, the first time Bitcoin went up, and I was kind of like a crypto doubter. Yeah, in the beginning, when I was a crypto doubter, I was like, oh yeah, rhodium is doing the same thing. Like, it can go up and down. It's like the supply is kind of limited, but when people stop wanting it or whatever, it can just crash. But it seems to have caught on. So.
All right, Cyrus, it's really nice chatting with you. Anything else you want to add? It seems like people want to like call in and say hi or something.
No, that was fun. It was nice talking to you. We should hang out again sometime soon.
Well, one of the reasons for me firing this thing up is not that it fucking matters to 26 people who are watching or whatever. Is the PLO game's going again at Commerce, so you could bring some of that Wall Street Bets money over and have a good time.
All right.
I'm not saying that like, oh, come lose your money. I'm saying like, no, the game is good. The game's very good. You'll be a winner in the game.
So I played poker one time in the last 4 years.
Right.
And it happened to be on Live with the Bike, and I got crushed harder than I had ever gotten crushed in a single session. And like, I'm not gonna say who, but one of the guys there was like, "Oh, don't worry, it's okay if you haven't played. Like, it's a good lineup. You'll do fine." And I just got murdered. It was terrible. No.
Well,
I appreciate it though.
Today was the first time I've played poker in like 15 months. I think the first time I was fucking seeing cards in 15 months, and I mean, I got a quick triple through of the $1,500 buy-in, so I think the game's pretty good.
I'm sure it is.
I mean, there's a lot of people that still have stimmy money left. I like literally. You want to hear the funny part? Like when people were sitting down, people I didn't recognize. You want to know what I was saying?
What?
Wake up, get up. It's the first of the month. Get up, wake up, get up, cash a check and get up. Wake up, get up, get up. It's the first of the month. Wake up,
is that a Bone Thugs reference?
Yeah, Bone Thugs. Cash that check and get up. It's the first of the month, man. Cash that check and get up. Only one guy got it. He was African American, by the way.
The rest are just their landlords.
The rest of the people just think I'm a fucking moron, which I am. But I'm like going like, wake up, like person make a fucking horrifically bad play, like somebody I've never seen before in my life. And I know most PLO players, so in Los Angeles, so and I just like, it's the first of the month. Because I know, like, where the fuck is this money coming from, you know?
All right, man.
All right, Cyrus. Awesome call in. Thank you, brother.
I'll be listening.
Okay, talk to you later, my man. All right, there he goes. The great Cyrus Nemani. I don't know if I'm supposed to say his last name. The great Cyrus. I'm not even pronouncing it right. I don't know how to spell it, so who fucking cares? Anybody want to call in and say hi? It's 323-533-1311. I hope that the audio is decent. We'll keep this thing fucking rolling. I'm sure we'll talk about poker. I'm sure we'll talk about crypto. But anyway, the poker game's going at the Commerce again. Whatever. Come by and say hi. That's basically the entirety of this thing. Poker's a little bit weird right now. It's not horrible. It's not as fun as it used to be, but it's not horrible. After 15 months, I thought maybe it would be horrible, but considering that I won several $1,000s, it's not that bad. I'm sure if I would have taken a bunch of beats, I would have a different idea about it. But considering I crushed souls, you can't be too mad when you're crushing souls. But yeah, if you've been getting killed by crypto, we can talk about that. I'm not getting killed. Oh, it's Cyrus again. What does Cyrus want to talk about? Yo, what's up? Oh no, he's whacking off. Oh my god. He was so excited. He was so excited about that chat that things came out. A lot of chafing. A lot of chafing. So here we go. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Jimmy Bluffett lost 42,000 sports betting. What were you doing? You just betting against the Hawks all week? It's like, the Hawks have to lose. What was Jimmy Bluffett's sports betting strategy where he lose $42,000 in a week? He's like, you know what? The Hawks and the Suns just have to lose. I'm sure they have to lose. I don't care how many injuries the other team has. The Hawks and the Suns have to lose. I'm Jimmy Bluffett. All right, here we go. We got a call here. Wayno, what's up?
Is this poker stuff?
Not really, but it's just something like it.
Well, Nichoel claims she has nothing to talk about, which is complete BS. She's got a lot of news going on. She has a new podcast called Highly Uncircumcised.
What? You're joking, right?
No, I'm not joking.
If you're joking, that's a really good joke, by the way, Ben.
I know. She seriously has a podcast. It's called Highly Uncircumcised.
That's literally impossible.
Why is that impossible?
I just don't believe it.
You don't believe it? You want a prop bet?
Highly Uncircumcised?
Yeah, that's her podcast name that she has with Just Mike.
Who's Just Mike?
He's a reg at the Bicycle Hotel and Casino. No Limit player and Limit player.
Well, that's I like the name a lot. That's why I thought it's it's really out there.
No, she's got a lot of episodes. I think I've only listened 2 or 3.
And what did they talk about on this? Circumcisions?
Well, that was one of the episodes. Another one was she actually watched a Marvel film. I guess she was anti-comic book. She's too mature for that. But Loki has a line in Avengers that says, you were all made to be ruled. So the subject between Nichoel and Mike was about whether humans were born to be ruled. Or just to be sheep or,
Well, a lot of people were, right?
Sure.
I mean, what are you going to say? It's there's a lot of people who wear wear cute little red caps and run around doing whatever some fucking psycho says. I guess they were born to be ruled, So, what was their final take on circumcision? They for or against?
I actually didn't listen to that one.
Why wouldn't you?
I saw Mike today, and he told me about it.
That's the only one you should listen to.
Okay, well, it was about he said it was about different cultures and how they treat circumcision.
Okay, Okay. Don't do it. Nichoel says don't do it. She
Don't do what? Listen to podcasts or get circumcised?
get circumcised. I guess she's like she likes the whole snuffleupagus thing, whatever it is. I don't know. It's interesting.
I don't have it.
So Cyrus says he doesn't do it. He doesn't want it. Cyrus is against it too.
She also has a thing called Aggressive Life Coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just showing my Nichoel stockness.
Yeah, you're like completely stalking Nichoel. You know everything that she's doing.
Oh yeah, like I'm the first person. Like I'm the first guy to stalk Nichoel.
I'm actually against circumcision too, personally. Like, I don't know what it would be like to be uncircumcised, but like, I think that like, just like doing a surgery on a baby is probably a bad idea. That's my idea. That's what I think. I think that like you should be able to choose later in life, right?
That is definitely freedom of choice. It's like a thing. For now.
Jimmy Bluffett wants me to ask you how Global Poker is doing, but I already know, like, you are the king of Global Poker, correct?
Okay, since this is not aired on a poker channel, yes, I am crushing Global Poker. My ROI is incredibly high. And Limon says I might be a slight favorite at the World Series of Poker.
Yes. And I said that you were a schlubby Asian Feder Holes.
Here's the thing, and because there aren't that many active poker players watching this, I could actually say this here. There's a lot of software issues, not like bad, but a lot of things that were kind of adjusted for contemporary poker software that are not adjusted on Global Poker.
Right.
And I'm, which is why my ROI is obscene right now.
I love how bad you just diss the audience. There's Cyrus,
who's retired, Nichoel, who claims to be retired, which, by the way, I had to beg her to come back to Live with the Bike commentary, and she's like, maybe, I guess I'll see my boy fans a bit, chat with them.
Everybody watching this is a poker player, the tiny amount of people, and you just said none of them are poker players.
Hey, if they want to come on Global Poker, then I'm gonna tell Global Poker, hey, I just got like X signups, sponsor me.
Wow, Wayne, like I don't know.
Follow me on Twitter now.
I don't know, Wayne. I think maybe you've gone Hollywood or something.
What are you talking about?
You're like, well, since there's no poker players, what about Wicked Baked, Nichoel, Jimmy
Nichoel's not even active now.
Jimmy Bluffett,
he's too rich to play poker.
Zephram, Cyrus, Parkland, all these people that are watching. You're saying like you basically just said like none of them know how to play poker, and so you can like.
I'm not saying none of them know how to play poker. I'm saying none of them are active.
I think that they're semi.
Cyrus is not active. Nichoel is not active. I don't know who else. Who else you brought up? Maybe Jimmy Bluffett's active. I don't know.
So Nichoel's not playing poker at all anymore.
No, too rich.
Too rich? Too rich from
or,
what?
Or too many boyfriends. One or the other.
Yeah, too many boyfriends. Wayne, you're getting yourself in so much trouble.
Oh, she's already gonna kick my ass or whatever.
You said A, Nichoel doesn't know how to play poker, and B.
I didn't say Nichoel doesn't know how to play poker. I said she's not active.
And you said that.
I always say on air she's probably the biggest winner at the Bicycle Hotel Casino in Mid-Stakes.
And you said that she's too rich because of her boyfriends.
Yeah, well, she knows I say that about her all the time.
Over
under on how many 7 guys hitting on her every time she plays cards.
Cyrus said Nichoel is neck deep in foreskins. Oh, that's epic. That is ridiculous.
Well, how else would she get a podcast title like that?
That is ridiculous.
She's also got the Aggressive Life Coach thing going on, so follow her on Instagram, Twitter. She'll be coming back on commentary and Live at the Bike.
What does an Aggressive Life Coach do?
She aggressively tells you how to fix your life.
Right.
And then if you follow her instructions, your life will be better.
Really?
Yeah. She's also got badass dogs too.
You'll end up neck deep in foreskins.
Oh man, hey, maybe some people like it.
I don't know. Like, Wayne, I'm going to be honest right now. If you aggressively told me how to be better at life, I would believe it more than Nichoel.
What's that supposed to mean?
Because, like, there's just no possible... Like you could post a picture of yourself and I'd be like, this guy has no chance. So then if you were, like, aggressively telling me, like, no, I'm a huge success and this is how you do it, I'd be like, well, if this guy can do it, anyone can do it. He looks like a schlubby Feder Holes. But, like, Nichoel, come on. Nicole's going to do good no matter what. She's going to do fine no matter what.
Well, I get this. I'm going to start crying, dude.
You're not going to start crying. You are.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to start
You
crying.
actually are the king of all poker media.
Perhaps someday.
And you have a 62% ROI.
Which is probably not sustainable.
It's a crazy, crazy fucking ROI. You're doing amazing, Wayne.
There's there's a super pro in there. I don't want to call myself a super pro because I haven't even studied anything on these. Like, Nichoel 9 used to be like a professional Halo player, and like he has very similar stats to mine, and it's not. I mean, it just like depending on which tournaments you run good in. Obviously, if you run good in the bigger buy-in tournaments, you're going to do very well.
Right.
It really is like running good on the bigger ones.
No, but I mean, Wayne, you're doing really good. Let's just be honest. You're doing really good.
Should show your
Yeah. So,
I can see it.
but like every time I hear stories about like you, JJ, and other people just crushing live, I'm just like, maybe I should play live, which I have a little bit, but like I don't have these like crazy ass sessions like you guys.
I've been crushing live for exactly 1 day.
Okay, well that's still crushing.
100% of my sessions are a 200% ROI.
That's sustainable for you.
In the last 15 months, 100% of my sessions are 200% ROI.
What's going on with Putter? Is he really like big butt?
Yeah, Putter. I could put him on here. You guys could see it, but it's really gruesome. He has some like big cancerous lump on his butt, and it's a total. It's like he's like a Frankenstein Kardashian right now. Poor Putter.
Yeah. Shout out to Dogecoin.
But he's almost 15 years old, so like, you just take it in stride. You do what you can.
Come on, Putter, you can do it.
Yeah, that's what
Be like Rocky.
That's what I tell him. I say, Putter, you can do it.
I don't know what else to promote of Nichoel. She got 2 pretty awesome dogs.
Nice.
2 big ass dogs. I don't know what they are. I don't know anything about dogs.
Nichoel says, I remember when Putter almost died. Putter's made it through a million things. So, like, this morning, a coyote was looking at him like he was lunch. But I scared the coyote away before he jumped at him. But like, Putter is basically food at this point.
Oh no! Putter can't be food. He's gonna live a nice natural life, just like the old lady in Titanic.
So, what else you got, Wayne? Anything?
Well, I am waiting on a lot of things, including my game at Commerce, and I'm waiting for Commerce to settle down. Wayne,
yeah. You've been waiting on your game at Commerce for like 100 years.
Yes, I know.
At some point, do you realize like that Commerce is not the place to go with it?
Yeah, well, it might. I mean, you said they're getting rid of poker, so it sounds like it actually is.
Oh, they did. At Commerce, there's no more top section. None.
Yeah,
it's
so it
gone.
Sounds like it's still the right place to.
Yeah.
Deal with. I mean, I'm like Jeff still responds to the emails, so.
Well, then keep it up, I guess. What else can I say? I don't know.
Because like COVID happened, and then just like it's all like there's a lot of stuff, and there's always like bad timing.
Right.
Because I know what's going on. I talked to Jeff Moskovitz. Like I heard stuff from at the bike, so I just gotta just keep waiting. It's not like I wasn't doing anything. I'm doing a ton of stuff in between. So.
Yeah, you're doing global. You're doing live at the bike.
Yes.
And You are masturbating a lot.
What was your quote? Your comment? Ostensibly a professional poker player.
Yeah, you're ostensibly a professional poker player, and
you and Nichoel are the best commentary. Well, Wheezy and the Wayne's the best, but
yeah, we look up to Wheezy and the Wayne, but other than that, yeah, we.
Other than that, Nichoel and Limon is the best commentary.
Being second ain't bad. It's not the end.
Hey, if there's an opportunity for Limon and Nichoel to come back.
Well, I heard that. Well, I don't know. Am I supposed to talk about like whether live at the?
No.
Okay.
No.
Nothing. Okay. I'm not talking about it then.
Yeah.
How about the bikes new owners? Can I talk about that?
I guess.
No. Because we don't know. We don't know the details.
We don't know. That's the thing is we don't know.
We don't know the details.
We don't know. We only know rumors.
There's a lot of things going on in LA poker. That's what we know. That's all we know.
Yeah, that's all we know. So, but
I've had a few very interesting conversations about this.
About the bike.
About a lot of people. We have to talk. I guess we have to talk about it offline.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Probably not even good to talk about commerce. Oh my lord! It's 5-handed a race under the gun. The cutoff just ripped it, and the button just ripped it.
Is this on the Live at the Bike stream? This is on Live Bike stream?
No, it's on Global. I'm folding jacks.
Oh, you're on Global right now.
I was against King Jack and Ace Queen and a Queen flop, so it was the wrong fold, but I'm the best because I would have busted.
So, are you streaming right now?
I am not.
You're just playing for fun.
No, I'm not playing for fun. I'm playing for money.
Right.
But at one of those trophy events, I'm gonna wear an LOL Donkerman shirt when I take the photo.
Nice.
I still remember my roots. I'm trying to think of what other Nichoel deeds. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I tried to, get her to call on the show. She's like, hey, let me tell you.
Well, she'll probably call in a little bit if she feels like it.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of dick skin talk. So I don't know. Hey.
Well, Live with the Bike is back. So for the 30 people listening that probably doesn't watch poker anymore and just tuned in for the Limon.
Right.
Tune into Live with the Bike, and there's some stuff going on, and
what's going on with your competitors?
I don't know. I mean, at Hustlers, I guess they're just still constructing the studio. I don't know. I mean,
they have to. It takes them a long time to construct the studio at Hustler because they have to put in extra cameras to see how much that fucking the fucking rat kid, the weasel kid, is stealing from them.
Jeez.
They need extra cameras. I don't know. Who knows? Circumcision. He's uncircumcised for sure. Right? Circumcised. All right, Wayne. Well.
Okay, say hi to her for me. Hey, Kim. Hey, Putter.
Kim and Putter, say hi.
All right. Next caller.
Next call. Take it easy, Wayne.
See you at Commerce and see you away from Commerce.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Wayne. The king of all poker media, 62% ROI at Global Poker, Wayne Chiang. All right, phone line's open. Feel free to dial in if you want to discuss something. Well, that's a pretty interesting information that Wayne gave me. I couldn't even believe it that somebody would have a podcast about circumcision. Seems like a narrow topic, but then I guess people have been talking about penises since the beginning of time, so I guess you could get a lot of mileage out of talking about penises. I mean, it's more fun than talking about poker, I suppose. I don't know how many people on here in Los Angeles, I suppose most, I don't know. But if you're in Los Angeles, feel free to come by the Commerce and say hi. Who knows how long it'll last? You know, so far so good. So far so good. Um, uh, uh, Poker is a little bit strange right now, though. You know, it's basically like, so like I got like maybe 300 people in my Rolodex. So, you know, these are all people who I've talked to at one time or another, or uh, okay, I'll talk about rumors. I don't care about rumors. I'm fine with rumors. Um, uh, poker's just very strange. Like I talk to a lot of people, and so I'm putting this game back together. I mean, I was basically bored, sitting at home all the time. I didn't. I mean, I wish I could play golf all the time. Um, foreskinonly.com. Cyrus already has foreskinonly.com. Wow! Cyrus is stealing everything. He's stealing it all. Let me have some more wine here. It's crazy how many people, like, you know, during COVID, like a lot of people actually died. It's like very sad and very crazy. Like when I go to, oh, here we got a call. Here we go. Let's see who's here. Who's here? What?
Hello.
Oh, you got to turn down your fucking radio or whatever it is, your computer.
It's crazy how many people, like, you know, agree. How's that?
Hey, Nichoel, how's it going?
Good. So I'm only here for the rumors. I want them now.
So what's your podcast about foreskin?
It's called Highly Uncircumcised, but we did have one. You know what's funny? It's actually, so it's meant to be a reference to conversations we're having that are highly uncircumcised. Like, we'll talk about anything and everything and don't hold back, right?
Right.
And also, it's a reference to the fact that one time at the poker table, we talked for literally 8 hours, all day long, my whole shift, about circumcision, the entire table.
Yeah.
So that's how we ended up naming it. So it's not about circumcision. However, so we just started, and we've done quite a few episodes already, but it's only about like 7 weeks in. Our most viewed episode besides our very first one is the one about circumcision. So I was like, well, maybe we should just make it about circumcision. I don't know. Maybe people like it. I don't know.
Well, circumcision is a really hot. It's a hot topic. You know, it's a big topic.
Apparently it is. We didn't know this ahead of time. I'm on the phone deck, so you gotta go. I have my kids here as well, which is why I was not gonna call in. But I want to hear these rumors. I was promised. I want to hear them.
No, wait. Are these children circumcised or not?
So you should watch the episode, and then you would know. Dax, can you go? Thank you. Well, I'm talking about him while he's in the room. Yes.
Okay.
But at the time, he's 7. At the time when he was born, I didn't know a lot about it, and I say this in the episode. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have done it.
Right.
But I also didn't have a strong opinion.
Right.
So I said to his father, you know, obviously as his father, as a man, I'll let you choose. And his father chose to do it. Now, after doing research and doing, like, there's truly, I don't believe, any logical reason to do it anymore. There's just nothing anymore, you know, nothing that holds water. So if you were born today...
Wait, so like if you're uncircumcised, you hold water or don't hold water?
Oh my God, shut up. Listen, you're wasting time. I want to hear about these rumors. Let me hear them.
No, I mean, as far as circumcision goes, I generally agree with that. Like, I don't understand the whole thing. Like, I don't understand, like, why you couldn't get circumcised at a later age if you thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, why not? Of course you can.
Like,
100% you can. So, well, that's the thing we talked about on, the idea where, it started as a religious pursuit, right? And they're like, and so my partner on the podcast is a poker player, and he's a religious man. That's why he did his own son, right, as a religious thing. And he said, it's what you do to prove your faith in God. I said, but the thing is, you're not doing it.
Right.
You're somebody's making that decision for you. And
right.
It's like, yeah, I guess that's the thing. And so, to me, I think it's just very simple. It's just, if something is important to you, you do it when you decide, right? Like, if you want to do it when you're older, then you do it. But honestly, it's so, I think it's one of really super interesting, I would even just call it just a belief. I mean, it's something that we do that's literally just a belief, or we do it because it's something we've done for so long, so we continue to do it. And there's really no reason behind it other than we make up a lot of reasons about health and religion, whatever. But there's no actual logical reason to do it. Like, people make up reasons about cleanliness and yes, people have said that too. So he said to me, "Oh no, I've had some friends who are girls who told me that it stinks." I'm like, "This is just bullshit. Well, this is bullshit." Well, like, I guess it does not stink. I guess you could answer this also. It's like, don't most penises have not a great smell? I mean, I don't know. Well, listen, in my I don't want to go near one. Limited life, right? I have had experience with uncircumcised, and in no way, shape, or form is there some way where they stink more than, not in this day and age, you know, like, and I say this on the podcast as well. It's like, if you come in contact with a guy who's uncircumcised and it stinks, then more than likely his pits stink and his butt stinks and everything else stinks because like he has issue. Like, it just doesn't make any. It's just a lot. That's how we keep life at the status quo. We say things like that, so we keep doing what we're doing, and when it really doesn't make any sense. Right. Like, I mean, I can imagine. I mean, anytime you're like going down near somebody's crotch, there could be like an unpleasant experience of some sort. Well, of course. I mean, dudes can talk about this for women, right? You could have a bad day, like it's gonna stink. Like, it's, I don't think it's anything to do with whether or not it's circumcised. Like, it's. Yeah, I tend to agree with this. I tend to agree. I tend to think like later in life people get nose jobs. Later in life people get implants of different kinds. And so later in life you could decide like, I'm not a big fan of the foreskin and you could get rid of it. But doing it to a baby seems a little over the top to me. Yes, and I think we just haven't thought about it enough, and that's what's so interesting, because when we did this episode actually to explain why we named our podcast Highly Uncircumcised, right? Right. But like I said, it's got like our most viewership, so there is a large contingency out there that's silently questioning this, which is good, and we should, because this is just a thing that we just continually do without questioning, which just doesn't make any sense. We cut a piece of poor man's penis off when you're born for no reason at all, and now as you guys are getting older, now there's a lot more what do they call it? Why do you need the blue pill? What's it called? Right? Yeah. You need to get your boner or whatever. Right, because he can't, right? And so maybe it's because, who knows? Nobody knows, but it's just, there's no reason to cut a piece off. Like, what if we said, oh, yeah, we got to cut your pinky finger off when you're a kid, because that pinky finger is going to, that's the one that catches bacteria. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's just stupid. Well, I would have already listened to the podcast of yours, and happily so. But I'm banned from all known social media across the entire universe. So, like, there's no possible way for me to know that you have a podcast. I'm just learning about it right now. Well, that's your own fault, right? It is my fault, sort of. I mean, no, not sort of. You're going to have to own your own shit. That is 100% your fault. Because like if you would just allow your awesome shit to come through and reel in the whole cunt, dickhead, vindictive shit, like,
Right.
the world would be a better place because we need to hear your voice.
It would
right?
be a better place for
I try to tell
somebody.
you that.
It wouldn't be a better place for me.
It'd be a better place for everybody if we could have your voice out there. So, I mean, you need to fix your shit.
Have you?
It's just dumb that we can't hear you.
Have you ever heard of Gab?
No.
Gab is Twitter for like Nazis. Okay.
Oh, no. You probably do great on there.
No, that's what you would think, right? Like, how could I get banned from the Nazi Twitter forum? They like their number one thing on their banner is like, we don't ban anyone ever for any reason.
You got banned?
I got banned. I got banned from fucking Nazi Twitter.
Okay, I don't know. Can I say this? That your wife is a fucking therapist. Can I say that?
Yeah, sure.
Lyman? Okay,
everyone knows
your wife is a therapist. Can she fucking fix you, please?
No.
Please.
Believe me, if she could fix me, she would have already done it.
This is ridiculous. Do you never question yourself, like, why did I get banned off of a Nazi social media site?
Well, it's
never.
Here's the reason. I've discovered the number one way to get banned from any social media known to man. And the number one way to get banned from any social media is to challenge the most important people on that social media to large cash wagers. Like, I found the head of the Nazi Twitter site. Like I can't remember his name right now, but it's Tor. It's like Michael Tor or something. So I found the head of it, and I just started following him, right? And he's saying stupid Nazi shit all the fucking time. Like, and idiotic shit about God and everything else. So, like, I'd be like, every time he said something stupid, I'd say, like, oh, I'll bet you $10,000 that that's not true. And we can, we can get 3 retired judges. We can bet 100,000 or $1 million. I don't care how much, because I can get backers, because he's just saying nonsense like, oh, black people's heads are shaped different or whatever. And it's like, and we'll bet as much money as you can afford on this, and we'll get a slate of retired judges, and we will accept whatever the fucking results are, right? Like, and then once you do that, and they won't bet you, their followers get really fucking nervous, like super nervous. Like, why won't this guy wager this dude who just trolls him all fucking day long with large wagers? And then they just fucking snap ban you because they know that it's like you're showing the emperor wears no clothes. It's the wagering thing. It's not me calling people cunts or what.
It is, because you're still trolling. Listen here. You need to decide. Do you want to be a troll?
Right.
Or do you want your wisdom out there to actually help people?
Well,
because you have wisdom that
right.
could 100% benefit so many.
Right.
But if you want to just be a troll for people, no one's ever going to hear it.
But you're not a troll. You're a troll if you just go on there and you say like, oh my God, Nicole's podcast is so dumb. Oh my God, Nicole's fucking looks old or whatever, like, oh my God, I saw 12.
No, trolls who are people who are just constantly posting negativity. That's it.
No.
And if you're constantly going after the guy and like, who cares about the fucking guy? Who cares? Like,
it's important. No, but I care. I care a lot about people who are just like lying constantly, and then they have like a whole bunch of followers who are just like, oh yeah, this guy's telling the truth. But then if the guy won't bet you, then the followers realize like he might not be telling the truth.
Right, but okay, so even in this last year of the COVID and the pandemic and everything, we found that people who are not trolls, even people who are doctors and physicians and frontline workers, are getting censored if they're not saying the same narrative as the mainstream media, right?
Right.
So we just have to be smarter than them. Like, yes, I understand. Like, but what good are you doing by you're making them look stupid for 1 second, but in social media, 1 second is literally 1 second. It's forgotten tomorrow, But if you are out there still with an account that's not banned,
yeah, but then
your words continue forever.
It also upsets me a lot that, like, okay, let's say I go on some social media and they leave me alone. If they leave me alone for like 6 months, I'll get thousands and thousands of followers, right? It's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. I'm not fucking a Kardashian, but it'll grow and grow and grow, right? These fucking sites, they're like fucking parasites off of the entertainment or the things I'm saying, and then when the tiniest little bit of fucking negativity comes out, they just snap ban me. Like, I don't want to give them all my free fucking entertainment.
It's not. You're thinking about the wrong way. If you're not giving it to them, it's for the followers. It's for your brand and for the people that are listening to you.
I don't have a brand.
But
that is my brand.
If you have even just, what is it, 25 of us listening to you right now, when you don't even have any way to advertise whatsoever, like you said, you have no.
Hey, come on now, it's 27. Get with the program.
So, then you have a brand, right? There's no fucking way we could even find you.
No, there's no way to find you.
So then you have a brand. You know, I couldn't get on here and just start a random thing without telling anybody and have 27 people follow me, right?
I think you could.
I don't think so.
Most people like your takes on penises.
I have a lot of takes on penises. Well, listen, I gotta go watch a movie with my kids. I didn't get to hear any rumors that I was promised. That's bullshit.
We'll get to them.
But we'll call in next time.
All right. It's 6 months from now,
right.
Maybe.
See you, Limon.
Later. Well, there it was. The world famous Nichoel penises. I had a lot more questions, but she has to take care of things. Let's look at the chat. It is a fork of Ethereum that will be deflationary and be faster, have cheaper fees, and copies of all of your ETH coins. Oh, so people are talking about crypto on here now. I'm not filibustering any rumors. I mean, I can't talk about the rumors. I'm not filibustering the rumors. These are things that maybe Wayne or other people who aren't even on social media maybe told me in confidence. So like, I'm really good at keeping secrets. You may not believe that, but I'm really, really fucking good at keeping secrets. So if people tell me something in confidence, then like, I'm not just going to blow it up. It might end up hurting them at some point. And I don't want to hurt anybody. I saw some people talking about crypto. If somebody wants to call in and discuss crypto investing, I'm all for that. So anyway, I mean, Children of the Grave says, are you hosting it a lot at Commerce? No, I'm not hosting a lot. I'm hosting now, starting today. Today was the first day. I would have asked Nichoel like what she thinks about poker, but she had other things to do. You know, she has kids and stuff. I was away from poker for 15 months, 16 months. I don't even fucking know how long. You know, it all just sort of like blends in. You know, I talked to different casinos about coming back and just to test the water, and they all gave me like really good offers, and so I'm like, fuck it, why not go back? You know, it's good to be wanted, I suppose. And like I said, like if I could golf every day, like if my back and my neck and my old ass 50-year-old body were good enough to golf every day, I would probably just golf and hang out with my golf buddies and gamble and drink and say horrible things that nobody gets to hear or ban me for. But I really can't do that. Like, I'm basically good for 3 rounds a week maximum. So then what am I going to do the other 4 days? I can garden and I can like cook and I can do this and that. You know, I decided I want to go back and see what was going on. I didn't even know if I was going to do it, like, but I saw, you know, a lot of my old buddies, like I was saying, like, you know, like you see some people and you're like, how is that guy not dead? You know? I must have saw, I mean, you know, you hear about the people who died, which it's crazy that like people have died. It's fucking nuts. It's just like, that guy's dead? He's fucking dead. He's never coming back to play. He's never coming back to fucking talk smack or do the things he does. It's crazy to hear that, like, people are dead. And the thing that makes it even, like, the most craziest, that people, after 15 months, who I had spent years playing cards with, are dead from COVID. What's even crazier is the people who are still alive. Like, some of the people who are still alive, I'm like, how is it even fucking possible that you're still alive and that guy's dead? You know? But I guess that's, I guess that's why religion's bullshit, I guess. Children of the Grave asked, does it seem like there's still a pool for 100, 400 PLO? There was. There was 5 people on the board for 100, 400 PLO. I didn't start the game because I'm not super interested in that game, but if whoever Children of the Grave is, I don't know your real name, but you obviously know about the game, you know about me. If you came in and said, hey, Abe, seriously, there's 5 people on the board, let's start the game, I would do it. Just for you, I would do it. But the 5 to 15 game is very strong. Is Mo back at the conference? No, Mo is not back. Mo is doing whatever Mo does. Mo is not back at the Commerce. There is no host for... There are no hosts at all, really. I think I'm the only one. The casinos are, like, trying to figure shit out, too, I guess. They're trying to, like, figure out, like, who they need to hire and who they don't need to hire. I mean, I don't know. They're trying to figure... to be fair to the casinos, and I'm not... to be fair to them, they lost a fucking shit ton of money. I mean, being shut down for so long. So they're pinching pennies right now, which I understand. To a certain extent, like, who would I do different? Probably not. I mean, everybody's trying to figure out, like, what they need and what they don't need. But PLO, because it's such a niche game, without a host, you can't have a game. It's impossible. Literally fucking impossible to have a PLO game without a host. So, a large PLO game, like 5-5-10 in the grand scheme of things is large. You say, oh, but fatter holes, I saw him playing 100, 200, fucking Drew Barrymore. I don't know. What are the names of the important poker people? I think I saw Icaston playing 100, 200 in Monaco. But that's not the way the real world works. The way the real world works is, can you get a game down every single fucking day of the week? And to get a game down every single fucking day of the week, you cannot get down 100, 200, or even 25, 50. The type of game that you can get down every single day of the week is 5, 5, 10. Basically, that's the absolute maximum. And so, any casino, though, that wants a 5, 5, 10 pot limit Omaha game has to have a host. There's no possible way to have a 5, 5, 10 PLO game without a host, because it's right on that cutting edge of, like, what there's enough people to play and you need to get them all at the same place at the same time. Somebody needs to herd the cats. So basically, I herd the cats. And I'm okay with that because I don't really consider it like a job. It's more just like, let's say like I really wanted to play PLO and I went to the casino, like, if I really want to play PLO and I go to the casino, I'm going to end up doing that anyway. I have no choice. Somebody has to fucking put it together. Shiggy Biggie says, what's the 500 to 3,000? No. No, Shiggy Biggie. 500 to 3,000 is, he says, is it 5, 10, 20? No, it's just 5, 10. What happens is, this is why No Limit is such a horrible, shitty game. It's because the pros sort of come in and they see that they're not going to get a seat in a really good game, right? And the really good game is 5-10, no limit, 5 to 1,500. So what a smart pro does, and I'm not saying they're not smart, they're just very parasitic. What they do then is they say, like, well, let's invent a new game. We'll call it 5-10, 500 to 3,000. We'll put it up on the board. and then we'll be first on the list. We won't be 20th on the list, right? So they invent the new game, they're first on the list, and then they go start hustling the marks. They start hustling the spots. They tell the spots, like, let's play bigger, let's play bigger, let's play bigger. And then they get the spots to move over to this game that has a different name. And then when the spots move over, they're first on the list. You know? Genius, whatever. It ain't gonna last. That shit ain't gonna last. The casino is not gonna put up with that. The reason why the casino is putting up with that right now is because the casino just doesn't give a fuck. They want any warm body to pay rake. Any fucking warm body that can pay rake, they want that warm body to pay rake. But once all the warm bodies are paying rake again, they're not going to put up with professional players constantly hustling marks and spots and wrecks. Because if professional players are constantly hustling the wrecks to move tables, at the end of the day, feelings get hurt, people lose money, they lose money, more money than they can afford, people get mad because their game breaks and another game starts, and they just don't come to the casino no more. So right now that's happening, but that is not going to last. Believe me, that will not last. There's a reason why casinos don't have 5, 10,000 buy-in, 5, 10, 1,500 buy-in, 5, 10, 2,000 buy-in, 5, 10, 2,500 buy-in, 5, 10, 3,000 buy-in. There's a reason why they don't have that. It's because it causes chaos, complete chaos for everybody involved. And a reg grinder is fine with the chaos because they understand it. They live at the casino. That's their job. But a recreational player will get tired of the chaos and they just won't come no more. So that it's going to go now while it goes, but it'll end up dying off. The casino will end up saying, like, choose a game, guys. Choose the one you want. We can't keep moving people from table to table. It's causing too much trouble. But right now it's a mini, like, gold rush, sort of. I don't want to call it a gold rush. It's more like the opposite of a gold rush. And yeah, the 5 to 1,500 game gets broken, and the 5 to 300 game starts, 3,000 game starts, and everyone's mad. Literally everybody's mad. And so anything that causes everybody to be mad is not going to last. Feel free to call in if you have questions about this or anything else. The phone number is 323-533-1311. My computer still has 18% of its life left, and so we'll keep doing this until it dies or what have you. I'll keep drinking wine. I wish I could play some tunes, but I don't know how to. If I knew how to play tunes, I'd play tunes. I need to take a leak. Okay. I'm going to take a leak really quick. Don't leave, but I'm going to take a leak. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to take a leak out of my circumcised penis.
Wine is so good. We got every last bottle that exists on the planet of this wine. Yeah. It's got nice age on it.
See, I told you guys that putter had a crazy butt. See, this is his crazy butt. It's like, see, it's not good. Might have cancer. It's like a big, giant Kim Kardashian butt, and we're trying to figure it out. Ugh. Once we figure it out, who knows, we'll figure it out. All right. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck, dude? I told you. It's like a big fucking Kim Kardashian lump on his ass. And that is some nasty shit. But when you're old, when you're fit, like Putter's 15 years old almost. Like Putter, like how old is that? That's like like he's like 90 years old or something, right? Like, is that right? Like he's like 90 fucking years old. So what are you gonna do? He's gonna probably have to get surgery, and it's hard for a 90-year-old to get surgery or a 15-year-old dog to get surgery, and so we're just gonna figure it out, like we all hope for the best for Putter, right? Like we're all gonna do our best. We're gonna spare no expense. Don't worry, we're gonna spare no expense. Whatever it takes, we're gonna do what it takes to make sure the Putter ends up okay. All right. No, he didn't get bit. It was like a cancer. It's a lump. We don't know what the lump is. He has a giant lump. And they had to slice it open and take some of the lump out to figure out what the lump is. And then in a couple days, they're going to tell us like what it is. But, let's be honest. It's probably a cancerous lump. Like, how the fuck that just doesn't happen by accident, And we'll just, Putter has almost died before. Putter was been attacked by a coyote. Putter has neck broken. Putter's had a million fucking things happen in his life, and he's always made it through. So we're just hoping that he makes it. He's gonna make it through. I'm not even hoping. I know Putter's gonna make it through. So, but we have to figure it out. All right. So feel free to call in 323-533-1311 and discuss. We can discuss Putter's lump if you know how that works. We can discuss poker. We can discuss investing. We can discuss cryptocurrency. We can discuss foreskin. My computer is still running, so I'm going to go until it dies. You can hear coyotes howling in the background, maybe. Can you hear coyotes? They live out there in the vast expanse behind my house. How many phone numbers do I have memorized? 0. I don't even have this one. Like I have to think. Like, okay, this is the phone number. This is the only phone number I know, basically. So, I saw some people on here talking about Ethereum earlier. Oh, here we go. We got a call here. Let's take a call. Hello.
Me again.
Hey, Wayne. What's up?
Did you hear or see about the WPT 25K heads up stuff that Phil Ivey won?
No. What do I need to know about that? Tell me the
There's
details.
I don't know. I think there's like 32 invited people, and then they played heads up. Doug Polk played Tom Dwan in the first round, and there were a bunch of GTO wizards, and the finals ended up being Phil Ivey and Patrick Antonius.
Wow. So it was like old school.
Yeah. I forgot what other old school names there were, but basically, JRB.
Yeah.
He was in there too, but Ivy won, and there were definitely quite a few GTO wizards there, and we know it's a small sample size, but still, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, that Phil Ivey has stood the test of time. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely has some special skills when it comes to poker. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I remember him and Barry Greenstein were doing an interview, and me and Barry were golfing, and Barry said, "Oh, Phil thinks that his skills aren't gonna go down as he gets older," and I told him they are.
Yeah.
And I think that Phil is probably telling Barry Greenstein, like, well, fuck you. My skills are not going down as I get older.
Yeah. Kind of different personalities. Bill's kind of obsessed with poker. Barry Greenstein's kind of I think he feels like it's more intellectual curiosity.
Yeah, he's definitely in the retirement phase, that's for sure.
Yeah, so that was kind of funny, and I don't know if you watch. Well, if you don't know that, Poker Go had Helmuth versus Findiari half a year ago, and then Doug Polk played against Danny Negreanu on Poker Go, and then got annihilated for 1.8 million, and then now Negreanu played Helmuth heads up, and Helmuth 3-0'd him. It's all small sample sizes, and the blinds go up obscenely fast.
So Negreanu has been getting smashed lately, huh?
Oh yeah.
Well, luckily he can afford it.
We know how it is in poker. You can't take these kind of losses for very long.
It's like, hey, every dork who plays at Poker Stars, guess what Daniel Negreanu is doing with your rake?
He's not part of Poker Stars anymore, right?
Where is he at now?
He's at GG Poker.
Oh, yeah, GG Poker. I vaguely remember that. They got Dan Blazarian to be their, main guy, and all the women were mad.
Yeah.
And, it's well, who cares whether Dan Blazarian's, their main guy? Do you know who you play poker against? You're not playing poker against, nice people. You're playing poker against people who have money to lose, What are you going to do? Yeah. I remember that. They got Dan Blazarian to be, their spokesperson, and everybody was so mad. Not everybody, but, the poker Illuminatis,
The poker mightier than thou.
Yeah. And, who do these people think they play poker against? It's
Or the fact that we're playing poker to begin with is
yeah. It's when if you were to hang out, and, I have hung out with some of these, I guess you'd say, feminist poker players. But when you hear them talk about their opponents, they're just as brutal as everyone else. This fish, this fucking hack, that hack, this moron, that moron, this whale, that whale. Where do they think that these people come from? Do you think that they come out of finishing school or something? No. They're the reason why they're generally a fish or a donkey or a hack or a whale is because they have a lot of money and they don't have a lot of great ideas about poker. They have great ideas maybe about business, but not necessarily about poker or women or feminism or something. It's like Dan Bilzerian is the exact person you want as your like spokesperson, I would think.
That's a lot of people are arguing about that.
Like, if I could only play poker, Dan Bilzerian, Armenian, obviously. Father's a criminal. This is just a fact, not making it up. Inherited whatever money he fucking has. So, like, criminal, Armenian, inherited money. Who the fuck would you rather play poker against? It's like a fucking cream dream. It's a cream dream. Guy who wants to gamble and have a good time with inherited money from crime. Fucking cream dream. Cream dream. And all of these people who are like attacking GG, I don't know, GG poker, whatever. They would kill to play in a game organized by Dan Bilzerian. Kill.
Sure.
So, fuck these fucking people. Fuck all their holier than thou nonsense. Like, whatever. You know?
Chris Moneymaker is sponsored by ACR now.
Yeah, Chris Moneymaker. I heard a lot of people were slagging off Chris Moneymaker because they said he was buddies with the Stones cheater. Is he buddy with the Stones cheater, you know? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
If you did a background check, if any professional poker player were to do a background check on every person they played poker against.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
You know, it's like, just like, let's cut the shit, dude. Just cut the shit. You're out there, you're playing against the degenerates, the dregs of society, criminals. That's where the fucking money comes from, man. This isn't fucking tiddlywinks.
Oh man.
This isn't the fucking debutante ball. This is fucking poker for money. That's the way the world works. I'm sorry. I don't hate the player, hate the game, you know?
Oh man. I mean, the legal casinos are actually just a lot better. Like, I was playing the private games in the second half of quarantine. Oh man. That's not going back there.
And I'm not saying that these are bad people. These people made a lot of money somewhere in their life, and they are smart somewhere in their life, but they enjoy to gamble, and that's just the way the fucking world works. Like, they enjoy to gamble, they enjoy to go gambling, they enjoy to fucking gamble. Like, I'm there to gamble with them, and you know, I get my take of it. You know, you get your take of it. We get our take of it. That's just the way. What are we gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's like, there's no fucking way to like sugarcoat it. There's no fucking way to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
So I don't try to sugarcoat it. It is what it is.
Wow. No. I'm in a big hand.
All right.
I just won Ace King against Jacks with like. We have massive stacks. I'm in the final 10. I'm 3 out of 10. And this is like a trophy event for Global Poker.
Nice. Wayne, I'm rooting for you, buddy.
Thank you. You're going to see my pictures and all the. I'm already going to have one where I'm have a trophy and then just have a LOL Donkman shirt.
All right.
Free live in the bike ad.
Sweet. I'll be there for you.
Oh man. You can tell all your luminaries this poker sesh that you're going to have a piece of me. No markup. It's only offered to people close to me.
Yeah.
And only for fun, really. So.
If Wayne ever wins the main event, you can guarantee that I'm a millionaire too.
You're taking that big of a piece?
Well, isn't the first place like 6 million?
It depends. It's been like 6 to 9. I don't even know.
If it's 9 million, I'm 100% going to be a millionaire. If it's 6 million, I might be like a 600,000-aire.
Oh man.
All right, Wayne. You go concentrate. All right.
All right. I'm gonna turn on my stream soon.
All right. Maybe I'll call into your stream later.
Or you want to come in? Like, I'm gonna start streaming some 3 out of 9 now.
Okay. my computer zonks out in like 2 minutes, and then I'll go plug it in and I'll come on yours. All right?
All right.
Maybe. All right. Take it easy. There he goes. The legend, Wayne Chiang. 62% ROI crusher. The schlubby Asian Feder holes of global poker. He fills all of Feder's holes. All right, I got 7% computer left. I think I've done everything I can do here. I will give one little Bitcoin take just for fun. Since people care about this shit. And like somebody someday will maybe like somebody someday will say like, "Oh, Limon said that," you know. Here's something you need to know about Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin is what nobody knows what Bitcoin is, okay? But Bitcoin is purportedly programmed money, okay? Bitcoin is purportedly programmed money. So every 4 years, there's what's called the halvening, where the same amount of computing power only produces half as many Bitcoins to the miners. That's a simple way of saying it. So there's half as many Bitcoins, half as many Bitcoins, half as many Bitcoins every 4 years until sometime in the future, there's basically no Bitcoins. And you hit the cap, the Bitcoin cap, which I think is 21 million Bitcoins. Give or take. It doesn't fucking matter. So, because of this, there's a lot of Twitter Illuminati, YouTube Illuminati analysts who basically they take the half, what the graph looks like from the previous halvening, and what the graph looks like from the previous halvening, and then they say, now we have another halvening, and if we lay that graph over, we know where it's going to go, because it's programmed money, okay? So it's like, it went from $200 to $2,000, and then it went from $2,000 to $20,000, and then it went from $20,000. It's gonna, and then they like, oh, it's gonna hit $200,000 because this is the way it works. If you just lay the previous graphs over the next halvening, okay. But listen to me. A lot of institutional money has gotten involved in Bitcoin. And because a lot of institutional money has got involved in Bitcoin, what you are going to get is front running. People are going to front run these things. They say like, well, if it's going to go to this, just buy it now. And if it's going to go down to this, just sell it now. And what this does is it flattens out the spike. Now, because Bitcoin operates on, and I said this years, you can go back and look at interviews that I did with, maybe Veronica Brill, I don't know Wayne, interviews I did long ago, at the very beginning of pandemic, let's say. And I was talking about this front running. If people think that they can predict the movement, then other people are going to try to front run the movement, okay? Now, Bitcoin has, based on the fact that it's programmable money, Bitcoin has what appears to be a floor, okay? And the floor of Bitcoin is the 200-week moving average. And listen to me now. The reason why the floor is a 200-week moving average is because 200 weeks is 4 years. And the halvening happens every 4 years. So, whoa. I don't know what's going on in the tree outside my house. So if you look at the 200-week moving average and then you consider it a floor, an absolute floor, then you have to test that hypothesis against the history of Bitcoin. And if you test it, every single spike dies right at the 200-week moving. I'm talking like fucking almost to the penny. Every single crash dies right at the 200-week moving average. It literally bounces off the 200-week moving average. They all bounce off the 200-week moving average. So we don't know if that's a floor, but it looks like it's a floor. And we don't know if it's programmable money, but it looks like it's programmable money. But the thing is the guys that are predicting the spikes, they're not predicting the drop. They only predict the spike because they just take a previous spike and they layer it on top of the future. So what if I front run the spike? Right at the halvening, I start buy. I just buy. What happens is the spike's going to happen early. Then people who know that it's going to drop down to the 200-week moving average, sell. The spike and the sell are both going to happen early, and it's just going to flatten out the curve. That's what it looks like we have now. It looks like we've flattened the curve. And what happens is, if the 200-week moving average is actually a floor, and nobody knows whether it is or not, but if the 200-week moving average is actually a floor, the price of Bitcoin and the 200-week moving average are going to converge. They're going to slowly converge to the same basically something around the same number, give or take some variance, some volatility. So what is the 200-week moving average of Bitcoin? The current 200-week moving average of Bitcoin, I'm going to say, I haven't looked at it in the last few days, but I'm going to guess it's like $13,000 a coin. So if it's $13,000 a coin, you can look at the Bitcoin decline. At the current Bitcoin decline rate, it will touch the 200-week moving average at about $18,000 a coin. If you flatten out the current decline rate based on the way that the curve is moving on the 52-week moving average, it will touch the 200-week moving average at about $26,000 a coin. But listen to me here. Children says it's closer to 10K, but it's not. I think it's higher than 10K. I really do. I mean, I haven't looked at it in the last few days, but it's definitely higher than 10K. The 200-week moving average, I haven't looked at it, but I wouldn't bet my life on it, but it's closer to 13K. But here's the thing, and I got 3% computer life left. Here's the thing. The 200-week moving average probably won't touch again. This is my prediction. Normally, when it crashes, it touches the 200-week moving average and it bounces off. It's done this at least 3 times in the past, maybe 4 times in the past. It touches it and it bounces off. If people are actually front running it, which it looks like is happening because of the smoothing of the curve, then it's not going to actually bounce off the 200-week moving average this time. It's going to stay above the 200-week moving average and ramp up. So if you extrapolate out the 200-week moving average into the future, you can basically see exactly where Bitcoin is going, and you know when to buy in. So, children of the grave, you're right. Whether it's 13,000 or 11,000, doesn't really matter. If Bitcoin hits the 200-week moving average, you just buy. Basically, you just buy because you have no other information to say you shouldn't buy. You don't put 100% of your fucking life savings in it, but you put a fucking chunk of money in at the 200-week moving average. And in fact, I would say that if Bitcoin keeps chunking down towards the 200-week moving average, even when it gets close, even when it gets to like, once it falls below 26,000, it's going to go down to the 200-week moving average. If Bitcoin goes below 26,000, I would say just buy. It might go down to the 200-week moving average, and it might even go below it. But if it goes below it, you could just sell. Sell. And the reason why you can do these things is because other people believe it. It's not because you believe it or because I believe it. It's because other people believe it. And the reason that Bitcoin is behaving the way that it is now is because everybody believes, everyone on the planet, Michael Saylor, the Winklevoss twins, everyone, every fucking human on the planet believes that at some point Bitcoin is going to touch the 200-week moving average. Everyone, the biggest bull case in the history of the world for Bitcoin believes that it's going to touch the 200-week moving average. So when it gets close to 200-week moving average, you know that it's going to get front run and bounce up. That's all you need to know. It's not really even close to the 200-week moving average right now. But once it drops below like 26,000, you can look at whatever. You can do whatever analysis you want. But once it looks like it's going down to the 200-week moving average, just buy. Because everyone's going to bet that it bounces off the 200-week moving average. And because everyone thinks that's what's going to happen, it will bounce off of it. And your actual loss is capped. It's capped. Because you know, going in, the most important thing about trading anything, whether it's Bitcoin or stocks, is you got to know your entry point and your exit point. And you know that your exit point, because you're not a true believer, and you're not one of these fucking dorks who's like, it's going to change the world. You know that if the thing actually goes below the 200-week moving average, you're fucking out. No matter what, you're fucking out. Because it means that everyone's brains just fucking exploded because it violated like a law of the universe that Bitcoin cannot go below its 200-week moving average. So you're going to have a very small trading range. And once you get into that very narrow trading range, you have an asymmetric bet at that point. You have an asymmetric bet. And if you want to start your asymmetric bet at 26,000 or if you want to start your asymmetric bet at 18,000, either of them is fine. But just keep track of the 200-week moving average and you know your exact entry point, you know your exact exit point, and you have an asymmetric bet. And for, the 25 of you guys that sticked around, that's all I got to say. My computer is at exactly 1%, and we're going to call it a night. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everybody who joined, and come out to the commerce and say hi. We'll play a little PLO. Adios, amigos.